Are you thinking of moving to Tiburon and you want to know more about it? In this video, I'm going to fill you in on 5 things you did not know about Tiburon. I've lived here 25 years and I'm happy to share this. So let's get right to it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you'd like to know more about Tiburon or anything in Marin, please consider subscribing to my channel. And you can also hit the bell and get notified as soon as I drop a new video, which is about every week. Stay tuned to the end of this video for a link on some more information about the topic of this video. Now, without further ado, number 1, the first thing you didn't know about Tiburon. Okay, you might have known, but you'd have to be an avid reader of Forbes magazine. It wasn't that long ago that Forbes named Tiburon the most beautiful California town you've probably never heard of. The Forbes article went into all the things that I mentioned in a lot of my videos about Tiburon, about where it is and just how beautiful it is here and peaceful. Anyway, it was fun to see that Forbes recognized how special Tiburon actually is. 2, the second thing you didn't know about Tiburon is all the celebrities who have lived here. Like Robert Redford lived in the hills, and Robin Williams lived just 15 doors down from where I live in Paradise Cay. Band members from Metallica live here. And Johnny Mosley, a gold medal winner in the Winter Olympics for moguls, lives here. Anyway, there are numerous celebrities that live in the town of Tiburon, and you're bound to run into them when you're downtown. 3, the third thing you didn't know about Tiburon, California, is that we are so small town that we have our own newsletter that comes to us via email from the town of Tiburon. It fills us in on lots of things that are happening in Tiburon, whether it's that there might be a street closing for repaving, or some event that's happening in the town, or some question that they would like some feedback on. Anyway, lots of information happens on this very small town newsletter that we get in our email boxes. Along with that, Tiburon also has its own little town newspaper called The Arc. You can get a subscription to The Arc and get it in print, and it also comes digitally. And The Arc also provides a lot of news for free on the front page of their website. And if you comment below, you can ask me for the link to The Arc with the news, and I'll send that to you. Or a 4th thing that you may not know about Tiburon is that in 2004, Tiburon became the first city in the world to eliminate trans fats from all restaurants. Kind of a big deal, right? Tiburon, California is the first one to eliminate trans fats. We all know how bad those are for us. So when you eat at a restaurant in Tiburon, you don't have to worry about getting any trans fats. The 5th thing that you didn't know about Tiburon is that Tiburon and Belvedere, which is a community right next to Tiburon and on the same peninsula as Tiburon, share a post office. Now, why that might not seem important to people, it actually is because of all the digital means of adding our zip codes to things now. So for example, on my mail, I naturally say that I'm from Tiburon, California. And yet if I'm on the phone with somebody or on a drop-down menu on a website and I put in our zip code, which is 94920, it often says Tiburon-Belvedere. And usually that's too long for wherever it's being inputted. So it actually usually says Tiburon-Belv or BLVE, something like that. It doesn't quite get all of Belvedere. So you'd think that that isn't important at all, but let me tell you, it can be important. So for example, when I went down to DMV to get my real ID, they needed to see 3 items of my address that were all the same. And that meant I couldn't bring them one that said just Tiburon on it and another one that said Tiburon-Belvedere. They needed to have 3 that were the same. As it turned out, luckily enough, I had brought 3 things that did actually say Tiburon-Belvedere. But I didn't know that when I went there, and I could have easily have had to have made a whole other trip to DMV, which is something I'm sure none of us really want to do. I hope you've enjoyed this information on Tiburon, and remember to comment below if you would like to get that guide to the information from The Arc. In the meantime, if you're thinking of moving to Tiburon in 9 days or 9 months, call or text me. I love to help people have a smooth, smart move. All my contact information is in the show more below this video.